So we go to chapter 13, business, the marketing mix price. We're talking about price. We're talking about the amount to be paid on a product or service by consumers. That's what price is.
Yes.
So we go down. The role of pricing decisions in the marketing mix. When deciding the price for either an existing product or a new product, the business must be very careful to choose a price which will fit in with the rest of the marketing mix for the product. For example, if a new product is of high quality, is to be aimed at consumers who have high incomes, is wrapped in industrious packaging, but has a low price, consumer will not think it is a good quality product and will not buy it. Some products are sold in very competitive markets and prices have to be set near to their competitors' prices. Other products are the only ones available in their market, and so consumers may be willing to pay a high price for one of these products. So when you have to decide the price you have to charge for a product, either an existing one or a new one, you have to be careful about the kind of price strategy you need to use. That's the point I'm making there. So if you are thinking about selling a high quality, or if you are thinking of selling at a higher price, it means you have to sell a high quality product wrapped. The packaging must also, shows that, oh, it is basically for high income earners.
Like high quality packaging.
High quality packaging.
Yes.
Because high quality packaging will bring about high price.
Yes.
So if the product has low quality and the packaging is not, is not appealing, customers might not be willing to pay higher prices for such products.
Yes.
So go down. So go to pricing strategies. Now go to pricing strategies. If the product that is manufactured can easily be distinguished from other products in the market, then it is probably a branded product. If the product is branded, it will have a distinctive name and packaging and be aimed at a particular segment of the market. It will be important to select an appropriate price to complement the brand image. A value for money brand should have a low price. Today, many products have developed a strong brand image. The producers of these products may therefore have a lot of influence over the price to be paid by customers. So when we talk about pricing strategies, first, before you go into pricing strategy,
yes,
you need to create a unique name for your product. That is branding. So with branding, you've distinguished your product from those of your competitors. As a result, you might be able to sell more than your competitors because you've branded it. So if that is the way you are going, that's fine. But if you are thinking about selling products that have a value for money, selling a product that has a value for money,
yes,
then you should be thinking about a low price. So that's what you have to look onto.
yes.
But based on what is happening these days, customers are king. They influence prices. They influence prices. So as a result, it is important for you to understand the kind of market you have. If it's a competitive market, then you have to sell using competitive pricing.
Yeah.
So you just have to understand the kind of market you have before you choose a strategy of
yes,
pricing. That is the point there. If a product, okay, so a business can adopt new pricing strategies for several reasons. Why do businesses adopt different pricing strategies? Number one, to try to break into a new market. One of the reasons why businesses might want to adopt a new market or pricing strategy is because they are going to a new market. And going to a new market, you need to break into it.
yes,
because there are already existing businesses in that market. So for you need to find the pricing strategy, probably by penetrating pricing to enter that market.
yes,
So to try to increase its market share. Another reason why businesses would use pricing strategies to increase its market share.
yes,
So increasing your market share, you might be thinking about, to increase your market share as a business, you might adopt penetrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might adopt penetrating pricing or probably use competitive pricing.
Yes.
Then the third one is to try to increase its profit. When you're talking about increasing your profit, then you should start thinking about cost plus pricing.
Yeah.
Okay. To make sure all its to make sure all its cost is covered. Okay, to make sure all its costs are covered and the target profit is earned, cost plus pricing too.
Yeah.
But to increase your price, okay, now let's look at this. To try to increase its profits,
Yeah.
you might use psychological pricing too. Charging not charging a whole number, charging a number with decimal, like 1.49, like 59.
199. That's
yeah.
Yes,
So
okay.
you get it. So the business objectives being aimed for will affect which of the pricing strategies the business decides to use. The price the business chooses to charge may not be related to the cost of manufacturing the product.
Yeah.
Sometimes it might charge what it thinks the consumer will pay, and this may be well above what it has cost to manufacture the product. So sometimes you might be charging a price based on what you think that the consumer might pay.
Yes.
You might have a standard price.
Okay.
But for the fact that the price is not known to that customer, you might charge a price that you think the customer might be able to pay, even higher than what you are thinking about paying.
Yes, yes.
Higher than what you might ever thought that he or she would pay. That is the point they are making there. So it's not always going to be pricing strategy. Pricing might just come from your mind, like, I think he's rich, let me charge him this price.
And then from there you can like go less.
Yeah.
And then don't go up below the standard.
The standard, yeah.
Yes. Let me negotiate.
We go to the main methods of pricing. We have cost plus pricing. For cost plus pricing, cost plus pricing involves estimating how many units of the product will be produced, calculating the total cost of producing this output, adding a percentage markup for profit. So for cost plus pricing, here, you're going to estimate, that means you're going to measure the unit that you want to produce. As soon as you are able to measure it, then you'll find the cost of producing that output. Then you add the markup, and the markup is price.
That is value.
The markup here is markup percentage.
Yeah. So it's all about added value and the cost of the product.
The price,
yes,
plus the cost minus the price plus the cost divided by cost.
Price after
the price of the products.
Price of the product.
That's the amount, the price plus the cost, then divided by the cost. That's markup.
Okay. So, yeah.
I think that is clear.
Yeah.
So multiply by 100 anyway.
Yeah, person.
So what are the benefits of calculating using cost plus? The method is easy to apply. One, different profit markups could be used in different markets. Each product earns a profit for the business. So the method is easy. It's just about the cost and the price.
Yes.
It's easy. So they said you can use different markups for different products. And the last point here is that they said each product earns a profit for the business. So product A, product B, product C will have different markup. And that means each product might be able to give different profit for the business.
Yes.
Then what is the problem about using markup? One, businesses could lose sales if the selling price is higher than the competitors' prices. So one of the problems about using markup is that you don't care about what competitors are charging. You only care about the price you are charging. So if the price you are charging is higher than those of the competitors, you might be losing revenue, losing customers. Two, a total profit will only be made if sufficient units of the products are sold. So using markup or using cost plus pricing, because it's based on the total output. So if you don't sell all the output, then you might not be making profit. So that means all output should be considered sold, which is not possible.
Yeah.
The third point, there's no incentive to reduce cost. Any increase in cost is just passed on to the customer as a higher price. So you wouldn't think about efficiency.
Yes.
Do you understand? Because if there's efficiency, that is when you will, if there's efficiency, that is when you can reduce your cost of production. But here you wouldn't think about it because you know that whatever the cost might be, it's being passed on to customers. Yes. So customers will be paying higher prices. That's the point about that. which is not good anyway.
Yeah.
Then we have an example here. What example? It's just,
Oh, yeah.
we'll just move on. So the next pricing strategy, competitive pricing. For competitive pricing, it involves setting prices in line with your competitors' prices, or just below their price. So for competitive pricing, you are charging the same price as your competitors, or you are charging a price slightly below what they are charging. That's what we call competitive pricing. So what are the benefits? Do you get the point here?
Yes.
So what are the benefits of using competitive pricing? One, sales are likely to be high as the price is at a realistic level and the product is not under or overpriced. You might be increasing sales. Why? Because the price you are selling is the price that everybody is selling. So it now depends on other strategies that you have that might make you to sell more. So you are charging the same price as your competitors.
Yes.
So if you have a solid brand image, then you might be selling more than your competitors.
Yes.
You get it? So everybody is on the same level in terms of pricing.
But there's like other things you have to.
Yeah, those other things like added value might allow you to sell more than your competitors.
Added value.
Added value, yes. Like after sales service, brand image, branding, packaging, they are all added value.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Two, avoid price competition, which can reduce profit for all businesses in the industry. It takes away price war.
Price war.
Yeah, because it's competitive pricing. Now nobody's charging higher, nobody's charging lower. So there's no price war, which is a good thing. Then the third one, often used when it is difficult for consumers to tell the difference between the products of different businesses. So another problem here is that another advantage about it is that it is a price that you can use, especially when it is difficult for consumers to differentiate between your product and those of your competitors.
Yes.
So they see it as the same. The perception they have is that they are all the same products. Okay.
Yes.
So what are the problems about using competitive pricing? The first one, if the cost of production for a business are higher than those of the competitors, perhaps because the product is of a higher quality, then the competitive price could lead to losses being made. Charging competitive pricing and you're having a high cost of production, it is a loss for you.
Yes.
Because you are charging the price like same as your competitors, whereas your competitors are having lower costs than yours.
Oh, yeah, lower cost. Yeah.
Then it's a problem. But most of the time, this might happen because your product has better quality than those of your competitors. That allows you to charge. Do you understand?
Yes.
That allows you to incur more cost than them. Get the point?
Yeah.
The first one I'm talking about here is that using competitive pricing because your competitors are using it.
Yes.
It becomes your strategy. But if your product is having higher quality, which results into having higher cost than those of your competitors, that might make you to make loss. You'll be witnessing losses.
Yeah.
Do you get the point?
Yes.
Two, a higher quality product might need to be sold at a price above competitors' prices to give it a higher quality image.
Yes.
So if you are selling the same as your competitors, if you are selling at the same price as your competitors, your competitors see the product as the same, that they are all in the same level. So for you to distinguish your products according to the price, you have to charge higher than that. Yeah, that will give a name. That will distinguish you from those of your competitors. But if all products are the same, then there's no differences. Yeah. So you might not be seeing customers that have high income buying from you.
They see it as the same quality.
They see it as the same.
Yes.
So for you to distinguish your product, you have to charge a price higher than those of your competitors. And that will be a problem because you might be losing revenue. Mm-hmm. In order to decide what this price should be, detailed research would be needed into what prices competitors are charging, and this research costs time and money. You have to make a market research to know what prices competitors are charging. You're going to spend money and you're going to take time, and it's going to take time. Yes. That's about competitive pricing. We go to penetration pricing. We go to penetration pricing. For penetration pricing, here they say penetration pricing means the price will be set lower than the competitors' prices. So it is penetrating because your target, you are trying to go into that market. That's what you're trying to do. And for you to go into that market, maybe you feel to go to the market, you need to charge a price slightly below those of your competitors.
Yes.
That allows you to penetrate. So for penetration pricing, they said it means that the price would be set lower than the competitor prices, meaning you're setting a price
Yes.
to break into that market. That is the essence of penetration pricing.
Yes.
For example, a company launches a new chocolate bar at a price, several cents below the price of similar chocolate bars that are already on the market. If this is successful, consumers will try the new bar and become regular customers. So you use penetrating pricing to attract customers to you, and so that they can at least have the first view of your product, then they will decide. Especially if the product now is better than those of your competitors, then they stick with you. Then there's customer loyalty.
Yes.
You get it? So what are the benefits of using penetration pricing? One, often used for newly launched products to create an impact with customers.
Yes.
So you use penetrating pricing to break into the market.
Yes.
And breaking into the market is, the product is fine. The product is it has high quality, it has quality.
Yes.
But because the customers there they buy from your competitors, they buy from existing businesses. So taking away those existing customers from existing businesses might be difficult. So prices might get them attracted. So that means you are creating an impact with your customers.
Yes.
Two, it should ensure that sales are made and the new product enters the market successfully. So based on the law of demand, the lower the price, the higher the quantity demanded.
Yes.
So penetrating pricing ensures that you will sell. And being able to sell means that you will be able to stick your authority in the market.
Yes.
That's an advantage. The third one, market share should build up quickly. Because you are selling at a lower price, you might be having large quantities sold, higher revenue.
Yes.
So we'll continue with penetrating pricing. Now, the problems about using penetrating pricing. Number one, the product is sold at a low price, and therefore the profit per unit may be low. Because you are selling using penetrating price, that means you are selling each unit of your product at a lower price. So that means you will be making less profit. That was the point there. Two, customers might get used to low prices and get the product if the business starts to raise the prices after the product's early success. So customers get used to buying at a lower price. Then suddenly you want to change the price. It might be difficult for you to change the price because they are used to buying at a lower price. That's another problem. The third one here is it might not be appropriate for a branded product with a reputation for quality. Customers have one perception about high prices. When the product has a high price, they believe it has quality. So if your product is seen as a product with quality and it starts selling using penetrating pricing, or it starts selling at a lower price, then they might question your quality. So the quality might be questioned. Do you understand?
Yes.
So that's another problem about penetration pricing.
Penetration.
I think it's clear.
Yeah.
Good. We go to price skimming. With price skimming, the product is usually a new invention or a new development of an old product. Therefore, it can be sold on the market at a high price. And people would pay this high price because of the novelty factor. The product will often have cost a lot will often have cost a lot in research and development. And this cost needs to be recouped. Sometimes the high price can be used to help indicate the high quality of the products. So for price skimming, it is aligned to products with high quality. So if it's going to be an existing product, it means there's an improvement in such product. And if it's a new product, it means you want customer perception to see, you want customers to believe that the product has a better quality than anyone in the market. So that is why we use price skimming.
Yes.
So they made an example. They said, for example, a new computer game system is developed. It will be sold in the shops at a very high price, much higher than the existing computer game systems. Because it is new and has better graphics than the old systems, consumers will be willing to pay the high price. This way, the business will earn high profits, which will make the research and development cost worthwhile. So For price skimming, it would have taken a lot of market research from you as a business. It means you would have invested more on research and development, because if you are using price skimming strategy, it would have meant that you're going to charge higher than those of your competitors. And if you are charging higher than those of your competitors, you have to be providing them with products more with higher quality, better quality than your competitors.
Yes.
So then customers will be willing to buy because they see it as better than those ones that are in existence.
Yes.
So what are the advantages of using price skimming? One, skimming can help to establish the product as being of good quality. So it's a higher price. They make example of computer games.
Yes.
Any new computer games that comes out, it will be higher in terms of the price. If it is lower, then there's question about the quality, because you are supposed to give us something better than what we already have.
So they make like the price related to the quality.
Yeah. So customers will see like if the price is lower, that means it doesn't worth buying. So, but if the price is higher than the ones available, it means it's worth buying. Customers will be willing to pay. That's the first point.
Yes.
So the second point, high research and development costs can be rapidly recouped from the profit made on the product at the higher price. Because you are charging at a higher price, you'll be able to cover your cost.
On research, yeah.
The third one, if the product is unique, a high price will lead to profits being made before competitors launch similar products, then the price will have to be reduced. So if the product has a unique selling point, if the product is differentiated from those of the competitors, it means you'll be selling much quantities. And if it's successful, then competitors will want to make that type of version of your product. But before they could do that, you would have sold more than them. And when the competition increases, you can just reduce the price.
Yes, I get it.
You get it. So you are just like the first, we call them the first, the price, we call them price leader.
Price. I thought price maker.
No, they are price leader.
Yeah.
So limitations now. What are the problems? One, the high price may discourage some potential customers from buying it. Yeah, law of demand is still available. It's still in existence. So customers might not want to buy.
Yes.
So the high price and high profitability may encourage more competitors to enter the market. So if the product is selling at a higher price and it's more profitable, a lot of it will attract competitors, making the value of the product or the price of the product to fall.
Yes.
I think the point is clear.
Yeah.
So go to promotional pricing. For promotional pricing will be used when the business wants to price a product at a low price for a set amount of time to increase short-term sales. So when you're thinking about short-term sales, you use promotional pricing.
Yes.
Just for a while, as soon as that target is met, you increase the price again, or you sell at the same price as competitors. For example, at the end of the summer, a shop might have a lot of summer clothes left unsold. It might have a sale offering by buy one, get one free, book off. This will encourage customers to buy one item in order to get the second one free, and it will clear the end of season stock. However, the shop will not make much, if any, profits on the clothes, but at least it will get some money for clothes that it might not otherwise have been able to sell at all. So for promotional pricing, it's a way of making short-term revenue. But the problem about it is that here, when you use promotional pricing, you might not be making more. You're not even going to make profit.
Yes.
But what is certain is that goods, stocks that you might not be selling without promotional pricing, you will be selling them. You don't get it?
No.
Because it's promotional pricing.
Yeah. Okay.
Without promotional pricing, those stocks might be left unsold.
Oh, yeah.
But with promotional pricing, you will be able to sell them. That's the point I'm making.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good. Yeah.
You get it now?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are the benefits of using promotional pricing? One, it is useful for getting rid of unwanted inventory that will not sell.
Yes.
It can help to renew interest in a product if sales are falling, for example, during an economic recession. So if the products, they are not even buying the product before, and now there's recession coupled with a lower price, we might just come back to buying that product.
Yes.
The product is being seen as maybe an inferior product before now, but with recession and fall in price, So people might start buying it.
Yes.
Buying it. So the problems, the first one, the revenue will be lower because the price of each item will be reduced. So you'll be making less revenue.
Yes.
So it might lead to price competition with competitors. So the business might have to reduce prices again. Your competitors might start selling at a lower price as you are selling.
So you have to
So
make it less.
your promotional pricing would also lead to you lowering the price again, which
Mm.
might not be good for your business.
Yes.
We go to psychological pricing. So the impact of psychology on price decisions. The price of a product can have a significant psychological impact upon consumers' perception of the product. A very high price for a high quality product may mean that high income customers wish to purchase it at a status symbol. So that's psychological too. So you don't get it.
No.
What they said, a very high price for a high quality product may mean that high income customers wish to purchase it as a status symbol. So here, because the product is of high quality and they sell it at a higher price, so it means those that have high income, so whoever buys the product,
Yes.
whoever buys the product will be considered as an high income earner.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And that is a status itself. So whenever they see that such product with you,
yes,
they feel you have high status.
yes.
Do you get it?
I get it, yeah.
That's psychological. If a price for a product is set just below a whole number, for example, 99.99 cents, it's just below one. Yeah, this creates the impression of it being much cheaper.
Yes.
That's psychological
Yes,
too.
yeah,
Supermarkets may charge low prices for products purchased on a regular basis, which will give customers the impression of being given good value for money. So also supermarkets, they know these goods, they buy it every now and then, so they reduce the price a bit. So you feel like, oh, they are enjoying the value for their money. But based on the unit bought, when you put them together, supermarkets will be making more profit and selling more. Because they know you buy this product every now and then. This product is selling in the market. So they don't want you to stop buying it. So they might reduce the price. At interval, they reduce the price. So you feel like you're enjoying the value for your money. There'll be a stage you will not even check the price anymore. You just buy.
Yeah.
That's psychological. So they work on your psyche.
Yes.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
The pre-sales are often made when the price reinforces consumers' perception of the product. This may be its brand image when the price is set high. So you will be buying, they will continue to sell because you have the perception that the product is giving you a good brand. You know, when you buy, I buy, we go to the market, everybody wants to buy that product. Then you feel like, if I'm not buying this product, if I'm opting to buy other products, people will not see me like I know what is in vogue.
I get, yeah, I guess.
Do you understand? So it's psychological too, because a lot of people buy it. So you'll be influenced to buy instead of buying those of competitors.
Yes, you want to be in that group.
In that group.
Yeah.
So it means you are informed. So it makes you look like you know what is in vogue.
Like peer pressure. I don't know.
Like
peer pressure.
Yeah, it's a pressure, but not really peer pressure because it could be in different it could happen on different age categories.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a pressure though.
It's a pressure,
yeah.
Yeah.
Using different pricing methods for the same products. Many businesses sell their products using different pricing methods for different segments of the market.
Yes.
Or at different times. This is often we call it dynamic pricing. So for dynamic pricing, here you're talking about, for dynamic pricing, you're charging different prices for the same product.
Okay.
This is product A.
Yes.
You sell product A for $5. You could sell it to another person for $7. You could sell it to another person for $3. That's what we call dynamic pricing. The same product, but with different prices. So this might be based on customers' ability.
Yes.
Did you get it? Do you understand, please?
Yeah.
All right. So when customers are charged prices according to the ability to pay or the available supply of a product, often customers can be split into two or more groups and are then charged different prices for basically the same product or service because they have different abilities or willingness to pay these prices. Businesses do this because the price sensitivity of these groups is different. Airlines regularly use dynamic pricing and charge different prices for flights at the same airport at different times of the day or different times of the year. For example, the price of flight to holiday resorts is much higher during school holidays than during term time.
Peak time,
Yeah, do you understand? Yeah. So they charge prices based on different situations and the willingness and ability of customers to pay.
Like in Ramadan, Mecca.
Yeah.
In Mecca, they like increase the prices of accommodation, airlines.
Yeah.
Because they know that they're
at that point in time, people would flow in.
Yes.
So dynamic prices can also be used often when products are sold online to reflect rapid changes in the level of demand. If demand increases, then the price will be raised. At times of low demand, the price will be reduced. For example, okay, so also they use it online for dynamic pricing. Here, it means they are charging prices based on how often customers are buying online or they are not buying. So if online sales is increasing, they charge higher. If online sales is falling, they charge lower. That is also dynamic pricing.
Yes.
I think it's clear. Yes. So we have the case study. Yeah. So yeah, so for dynamic pricing, I think dynamic pricing is clear.
Yeah.
Charging different prices at different situations for the same products. So different prices at different situations for the same products.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it. So yes, it is dynamic because it is based on customers' ability and willingness to pay such price. So the product, they might sell a pen for you for $5 and selling the same pen for someone else for $7, selling the same pen for someone else for $3. So it depends on the ability and willingness to buy. So that is what we call dynamic pricing. Do you get it?
Yes.
So they use dynamic pricing also for online sales. So at the point where people are, coming in, like people are coming in to buy, they troop in to buy, the prices may be raised. But if sales fail, the prices will fall. So that is what dynamic pricing is. For the same product, now the price is high. For the same product, the price has fallen. But it will be based on different situations.
Yes.
I think it's clear.
Yes.
They said airline uses it too. Time for holiday, they charge higher prices. For school time, they charge lower prices because they know people will not travel at that time.
Yes.
I think it's clear.
Yes.
So we'll go on to price elasticity of demand. Yes. So we talk about price elasticity of demand. Is the degree of responsiveness that we used to this before.
Yeah.
So the degree of responsiveness between the quantity and demand of a product as a result of a change in price, that is price elasticity of demand. So let's see, they said, let me just see where we have. Okay, we have price inelastic demand. And that's it. So, well, what they are talking about here is businesses will charge prices based on how responsive customers are. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So if the demand for the product is inelastic, it means whatever price they charge, customers will buy.
Yeah.
But if the price of the product is elastic, they would not want to sell at a higher price. They want to sell at a lower price. That is what the price elasticity of demand is about. So what else do we have there? Does that hint price? Okay, that ends price strategy, pricing, right?
Yes, marketing mix.
So the next class we have marketing mix
Yes.
for place.
Yeah.
Okay.